2.5 million years ago, a meteorite crashed deep within the lush green forests and plains of East Africa. This meteorite brought with it a strange new element with astonishing properties, vibranium, and it altered the very flora and fauna around it. Throughout the centuries, the landscape was transformed by its presence, until it had become a place without equal across the entirety of the Earth. 5 tribes settled the region, discovering and claiming this wealth as their own. To the outside world, this nation is only another third world country, unstable and stricken by poverty. But beneath the protection of a technologically advanced cloaking field, there lies the secret jewel of Africa, the Kingdom of Wakanda. Bordered by Uganda, South Sudan, and Kenya, this small country has neither garnered nor sought any significant attention on the international stage. Though the kingdom has embassies around the globe, the country has very little economic or strategic value to the rest of the world. This, however, is a carefully constructed ruse, for Wakanda is, in actuality, the most technologically advanced nation on the planet. The presence of vibranium, a rarity elsewhere, has allowed the Wakandans to develop sophisticated agricultural, military, medical, and scientific achievements, ensuring that every citizen has an incredibly high quality of life. A hereditary monarchy, Wakanda's king is bestowed the title of Black Panther, so named for the first to unite the tribes of Wakanda. Each tribe has at its head an elder to serve on the king's council, bringing each tribe's perspective on matters of state and allowing open discussion and debate. Ultimately, however, the king is solely responsible for the governance of his country and must prove himself worthy of the responsibility. On the day of his coronation, the king presents himself at the Warrior Falls, an ancient site where questions of leadership are decided. Any tribe who deems the ruler unfit to lead has the right to name a challenger. This challenger must best the ruler in ritual combat, ensuring the leader of Wakanda will always have the strength to lead the nation. For centuries, the kings of Wakanda have come from the Panther tribe, also known as the Golden Tribe. As the ruling family, most of their members are trained in leadership and academic roles. The remaining tribes have likewise come to inherit distinct roles in Wakandan society. The Border Tribe is responsible for the protection of Wakanda, ensuring no outsider could enter without being first invited. They live primarily in the mountainous regions of the country's edge, and embody simple lives of farming and hunting, as well as breeding the formidable white rhinoceros for use in battle. Some families within the Border Tribe live outside the cloaking field, and their deceptively simple lives lead credence to the idea that Wakanda is primitive and poverty-stricken, keeping foreign eyes away. The Mining Tribe is responsible for the extraction of the alien metal vibranium from the earth, and it remains Wakanda's most valuable resource. The Merchant and River Tribes then trade and refine these resources, making up the bulk of the Wakandan economy. The only tribe to not have a seat on the tribal council is the Jabari, also known as the Mountain Tribe. A fierce group dedicated to the ape god Hanuman, they rejected the rule of the Panther tribe and retreated to the high mountain regions, further isolating themselves from the rest of the world. Military power in Wakanda is divided between the Border Tribe and the Hatuzaraze, which translates to the Dogs of War. While the Border Tribe is in charge of national security, the War Dogs serve as a kind of secret police and intelligence agency, with many agents stationed all over the world, from Nigeria to the United States of America. Every War Dog is marked with a tattoo on the inside of their lip, ensuring that War Dogs can easily identify each other when in the field. The reigning Black Panther has a contingent of bodyguards known as the Dora Milaje. This all-female special forces group escorts the king on all his missions outside the country, providing security and support. They specialize in the spear and hand-to-hand combat, and can be readily identified by their shaved heads. In the time before Wakanda was united, the 5 tribes were at constant war with one another for resources and martial supremacy. It is said that the first Black Panther, Bashenga, was guided by the panther goddess Bast to a powerful heart-shaped herb, mutated by the vibranium around it. Once ingested, this flower allowed Bashenga to travel to the ancestral plane, where he was granted superhuman strength and abilities, through which he was able to unite all the tribes, with the exception of the Jabari. This flower is still used in the Warrior Falls ritual, with each new Black Panther given a tea brewed from its petals after his victory. These flowers are protected and cared for by shamans, who oversee all religious and spiritual ceremonies within Wakanda. Wakanda's longtime isolationist policies were uprooted, however, when an unexpected challenger arrived at Warrior Falls. Ndjaka, cousin to the current Black Panther T'Challa and better known by his American name Eric Killmonger Stevens, defeated T'Challa in single combat, becoming the newest king of Wakanda. Seeking revenge for the centuries of oppression Africans have faced throughout history, Ndjaka began sending vibranium weapons and supplies across the world in preparation for an assault on the Earth's most powerful nations. The resulting civil war and conflict between Ndjaka and the resurrected T'Challa ended with the loss of many Wakandan lives, though T'Challa did honor Ndjaka's wish to open the Wakandan borders and help their brothers and sisters across the world. With Wakanda beginning to share its knowledge and technology, there had grown a spark of hope that the once ignored nations of Africa might have found greater prominence on the international stage. Cosmic events have shattered these dreams. A battle fought and lost on the plains of Wakanda has rocked the very fabric of reality, with half of all life now gone, perhaps forever. The Templin Institute investigates alternate worlds and realities. If you've enjoyed this video and would like to directly support us, vote in polls to determine future topics, and receive some cool rewards, please consider pledging to our Patreon page.